Hello everyone, my name is Peter Holsberg and I'm a music teacher at Talent Unlimited High School in New York City. And I'm very pleased that the Philharmonic has asked me to do a little video about practicing, and I wanted to give you some of the practice tips that I have learned in my over 40 years of playing the trumpet and trying to master it. Now, by no means does that make me an expert in practicing. I'm always tweaking, I'm always doing different things with my practicing, but I wanted to give you some basic guidelines that I try to give my students when it comes time to start practicing. The first thing that I would say is you really want to have a comfortable setup. So you want to be somewhere where you're not going to be too distracted. If you can practice and you have your own room, practice in your own room, in a room that's comfortable. Also have a chair and a music stand is really helpful. I think it's important to practice the way you're going to play. If you do most of your playing sitting down, then practice sitting down. If you're going to be playing for a recital or something like that, practice standing up. So but be comfortable where you are, because the idea is you're going to do this for a couple hours a day sometimes, and so you got to be really comfortable with that. Whenever you start practicing, always have a plan. Okay, that's a really important thing as to what you want to do for each practice session. It's really important. Being a brass player, there are certain things that I do every single day. And usually that's in the first segment of what I do. I do some long tones, I do some scales, I do some technical studies and things like that. It's really important for me, for my setup, to feel really comfortable every day starting out with that. Then I'll work on some technical studies, some etudes and things like that, maybe a solo. Then a little bit later, maybe a little improvisation, because I play jazz music a lot too. So, but I always have a plan, at least for that very bare minimum there at the beginning. Break your time into segments, okay? That's a really important thing. I rarely practice more than a half an hour or 45 minutes straight. I have a friend who's a professional trombonist, and he told me he rarely does it more than about 20 minutes. And he's an amazing player. It's really important to be really focused. Wynton Marsalis once said that he's not able to practice near as much as he was able to, but now he's able to get done in half the time what he used to. So break your time into segments. I always like to practice early. I'm an early person. I know it's hard for some of you. Maybe you live in New York City where you live in an apartment building, and I never start usually before 10 in the morning though, but I like to get that first session in early. I don't like to have it hanging over my head. Every day I like to play high and low in my range, loud and soft, and short and long. If you think about playing your instrument, those are the basic things that you have to do, and I like to do each one of those at some point during my practice session each day. It's really important to practice slow. Too many people practice fast, and it's really sloppy. So practicing slow. It may be tedious in the beginning, but it will yield long-term results. Record yourself when you get a chance. Recording yourself is really good to get feedback immediately from what you're doing. And you may not even realize some things that you're doing good or bad. Mix it up. Practice with a friend. Get together with a friend and play. That's something I do a lot, especially here during the summer. I'll get together with friends and we'll play duets, or we'll play jazz tunes or things like that. Just remember, the most important thing is practice makes you not perfect, but practice makes better. And it's a journey that we're all on, no matter how long you've played the instrument. So best of luck in your practicing. I hope and wish you all the luck in the world. Just remember, it's a process, and we're all going through it. So good luck. Thank you.